On
Black
this
women on the other
episode of
side
Candid
won't compete. They're
Convos.
like, well, we're good. Okay. Well, I'm going to be dealing with her, this other person, because she's going to do what I want. She likes the things that I like, right? She doesn't call me lame.
All I see on the internet is black men downing black women every day. In our comments, it's way more men. I would assume when I started this journey that it would be women hating on women. Every bad negative comment about me is mainly from a man. I rarely see a woman comment negative. And I didn't know men were so catty like that. And so quick to want to put a black woman down. Like, she's trash. She's this, she's that. She's like the most horrible things you can think of. And I'm like, who raised y'all? Because I come from a generation and my dad and how I was taught, like, I never see my dad talk down on a woman like that. Even if he can't stand this motherfucker, he's not going to sit in my face and pillow talk about another woman or bring her down. He probably did it behind in his own room, like this bitch, but it was never that. And I feel like black women, all I see on the internet is how white women are better. American, non-American women are better. This and that are better, better, better. And it's like, have your preference, but don't bring us down while you're doing it. If you want to be with a woman that's not American or not white, do that. But stop referencing it to a black woman. Because when black women get with white men, they're not talking about black men are trash. They're just loving and living their life with this white man, period. And it's like, you don't have to sit here and down the other race because you don't want to fuck with them. You don't have to do that. At the end of the day, if you want to mess with a white woman and an Asian woman and this woman, go do that and leave us out of the conversation. Period, point blank. And I think that that's what the women are frustrated about. And if we have an opinion on this, we're aggressive. See, she has too much of opinion. That's why they don't like you. That's because you talk too much. You're loud. Okay. Well,
Man. Okay, topic for tonight. This generation is cooked. All right, Civil, it's on you, man.
This is actually kind of, it's like a multifaceted kind of question, because what she's proposing is her experience with, black men that are dating out. She views it as a personal attack on herself. So she puts it out into the ether like, hey, this is how everyone else feels. So black men dating out, they hate you, they don't like you. The reality of the situation is, like, if we just look at the numbers of the amount of black people that are in the United States and within a certain demographic or a geographical area, if we genuinely want to be able to find that other black person that has they have the same mentality that we do versus popularized culture, the likelihood of finding that versus finding that from someone who's outside of the race, it's just lower. And a lot of times it's not that dudes are just actively not trying to date black women, because black women are gorgeous. Like, a gorgeous woman's a gorgeous woman. But black men having the option to date out, it just means we don't have to settle as much. Like, we have the opportunity to date out and get more for the value of the dollar. And yeah, that does put a lot on black women, especially given like how the formation of America has occurred and like put them in the positions that they're in. But that's just what it is. Like, it might sound bad, it might be real jacked up, but that just is what it is. And it's like, the woman has to be better in order to qualify for the level of man that she's looking for. We're not looking for the same things. And until she gets on that program or is willing to kind of submit in that way, it's going to be numbers continuing to go up. It's just going to be the beigification of the NBA just continuing to go on.
I'm hearing guys talk about the others, right, in comparison to black women. And I would just say this, right? When we compare with women from other countries, I feel like we have to be careful with that, only because those women have had different experiences. And they are dealing with different circumstances every day. The pressures, the economic situations, just like the cultural situations, it's very, very different. It's very, very different. And while I'm going to be the first not to give a woman an excuse, because I just think that we need to be held accountable for our behavior, for our choices. We all need to be held accountable, and that includes women. Okay, so this is not about excusing it, but we have to be fair. And being fair, we do have to at least consider the differences and how your environment does have an impact on who you are and how you respond to certain situations. And just like there has been a concentrated effort, I mean systemically, for women to push their men and the men that look like them away in this country and have been incentivized to do so. Do we know that women from other cultures and other countries are dealing with that same type of thing? And also, women here are under a lot of pressure to perform in ways that I am not sure. I'm just going to say, not sure that women from other countries are being expected to perform, right? I think that it's a fair point to be made because as men, you guys also have dealt with things here in this country, especially black men. You guys have had your own pressures. Society want to hold you accountable for everything. Black men being blamed for all things. Like you guys have also had a very unique experience in this country, right? Maybe men from other countries are attractive to black women because they don't act the way you guys do. They don't carry themselves the same way. They don't have the same issues with black women as you guys may have with black women. They don't. I'm just simply saying, I have to introduce this into conversation because if black women have been affected by what's going on in this country, then you guys can't say that you guys have escaped completely unscathed. I mean,
that's some cap.
Is that fair to say? How is it cap? How is it cap?
Let me. I will say this. That's a good question, though. I mean, that's actually a really good question. You framed it really well. I'm going to be honest. That's good. But here's the thing. Y'all know who Richie Rich is, the black guy Richie Rich. He's in Thailand. Y'all know who that is?
I think that's Zoom to Thailand. I think that's his channel.
Yeah.
But yeah, I know you're talking about. Go ahead.
I think here's the thing. Black women need to be honest here. Black women wouldn't date a Richie Rich. They wouldn't date him. Marquise Brownlee? The nerdy doing cars and stuff. Let's be honest. Let's just be honest. We got to be honest. Black men who go to college, there's a lot of black women who say, "Oh, he ain't." Even black, in my experience, even when I was in college, black women say, "You a little ain't too much in the books. You double major in economics and political science. I needed somebody else who's a little more like a Pookie, basically." So I even got that, and I had the Pookie get up on. I got tatted up and everything, and I still got that. I'm like, "Oh yeah, you got to deal with him." So we got to be honest. We got to be honest. Black women like us. Black masculinity, especially in this country, for black women is very rigid. He needs to be dark skinned. He need to be as tall as me. He's got to be built like me, and he got to sound ethnic. And if there's a variation of any variation of that,
hold on, Cole. Hold on.
I
want to
Cole.
Yeah. Oh,
I'm about to tag you in, Cole. 1 second. I'm about to tag you in.
If there's any variation. And I'm not saying all black women, but we gotta be honest. It's most. If there's variation of any of that, there's a problem. There's an issue. He's lame. He's this, he that. Oh, he acting white. And this is not unique to black people, by the way. I mean, this is something that you hear from white trash, Hispanic folks, Asian folks. The difference is black men have leverage, just like Asian women have leverage. These are the two groups that have leverage to say, hey, we can either you do what I want or I'm going to go elsewhere. That's the point. You got to compete. Asian men, for whatever reason, won't compete for their women. Don't know why. And black women on the other side won't compete. They're like, well, we're good. Okay. Well, I'm going to be dealing with this other person, because she's going to do what I want. She likes the things that I like, right? She doesn't call me lame. and I'm gonna deal with that. Like, I don't know what we're talking about. I'm sorry.
But be sir, okay, because I'm just gonna do it. Basically, the same reasons y'all want them other ones is the same. You as men, women is the same way. You just talked about she doesn't want the nerdy dude, right? She wants the pookie, okay. But then you see the black women with the others, and they're nerds. They not hot. They're not popping like that. They're not. They relax all that stuff, all those standards that they say they have for y'all. They relax those standards right on down for the others.
I know, because a white man likes the colder.
I'm just gonna say this though, but y'all can feel however y'all want to. But I done seen the ones y'all be with. Yeah, y'all don't relax them standards for them too. Let's go there. Let's go all the way there. We're gonna go there. I be seeing them other ones y'all go to. And I'm looking at them other ones, like Sybil said, black women being beautiful. I'm looking at them other ones going, A black woman would never. You would never. If a black woman looks like that or presented like that, you would never. You would not entertain her. You wouldn't look at her like that. No, you would not, if you're honest with yourself. But then I see some of y'all when y'all step out, and I be looking at the ones y'all be stepping out with, and I be like, really? So the same thing that you're saying about black women having these particular standards for black men, and listen, I'm not even gonna fight you on that point because you're right. However, the same way y'all will step outside and bring back Chewbacca, we'll step outside and we bring back Doogie Howser. So I'm just trying to say, like, it is what it is. Let's be honest. We have these standards for each other, and we have to understand that it's coming from somewhere. It's coming from somewhere. I'll give you the attitude thing. I will give you that. Black women attitude being out of control. I will give you that. I'm never going to argue that point with you. But these standards, we relax these standards when them others come around.
Cole,
and we do not lie and cap and say that we won't. Because the aesthetic that y'all say y'all want from a black woman, she got to be fit, she got to be this, she got to be that. That aesthetic, y'all will relax some of those qualities. I'm not saying all of them, but y'all will relax some of those qualities, and y'all know it. Y'all know it. Please,
I'm gonna say one thing, and I'll be done. Most black women got overweight. They're overweight. Black men are choosing. When you were dating within the race, you're choosing some. They're overweight. I'm gonna be nice, and then a lot of them are wearing fake hair and other stuff. So sure, we can say like a black man might be dating somebody low. That's not my case, but that's like a lived experience thing. I haven't seen that, but sure, let's go down your rabbit hole. Let's say that's true. The woman I'm gonna be with.
You gonna sit up here and tell me. I live in the that.
I live in the DMV, so it's a little bit different. Y'all live in Detroit. I don't know nothing. Listen, I live in the DMV. I don't have that. That's a little bit different. It's a little bit different, right? A lot of women out here look good, except for some of our own. That's a different conversation.
Oh, come on.
I do live near PG County, so that's the biggest suburb. It's a little bit different. But I'm just saying. I'm just saying the numbers show that a lot of women that look like us are overweight. So
I'll just be disappointed in y'all. I'll be so disappointed. I find out that y'all have stepped out. And I'm like, okay, let me see this. Because I already know. I already know. I already know. I already know. And then it's like, won't. What?
But she's nice to me, Coco. That's what matters.
Ooh. Wait. So we talking treatment or are we talking looks? So see these two different things. So which one is it?
My point is this. But y'all don't just want look. No, the reason why I went there is because y'all standards for black women include her looks. Stop that. Please stop that. When y'all describing a black woman and you're gonna be with a black woman, y'all want her to look nice too. Y'all want her to look good too. Y'all want her to look nice on your arm too. Y'all want that too. Please, y'all want to be attracted to her too. I'm not saying that attitude in some instances, attitude won't, won't influence it. I'm not saying that, but y'all want her to look good too. Y'all, please be honest that when it comes to a black woman, because black women are beautiful in general, when it
Yes.
comes to a black woman, y'all have higher standards for their aesthetic. You just do. Y'all got me
I
over here
don't-
clapping like a ghetto.
I don't know
Y'all
about
just
that.
do.
You have a higher standard for your ability to be kind, to be pleasant.
Y'all have a
because
higher
I-
standard for their looks.
Wait.
Please stop that.
Yeah,
when
because
I
they,
took you
they got
out-
bat eyelashes and waves on their head. Where's some wigs
Do you
on their
mind
head?
if I?
Of course.
Do you guys
I
mind real quick if
She
I?
know
I
y'all
think I can
capping,
address
fellas.
what I
She know
believe.
y'all capping right
Come
now.
on here and save them.
So what I believe I hear you saying, Coco, is basically that black men have a higher standard for black women. They have to look better than like a white, brown, yellow woman would have to be. Is that correct?
Yes, that's part of it. Mm-hmm.
I do believe that subconsciously that is true because we do place higher expectations on each other. But that's the same reason why you were saying that the black woman will go with the Doogie Howser dude because she has lower expectations from him as well. And it's like we kind of see that other color as a means of like, oh, that means it's already a +1 or a +2. And that was kind of the last time I was on, and the guy was on, and he was like, "Oh, I mentioned that I'm married to a Latina woman," and he's like, "Oh, congratulations to you." And in my head, I'm like, "For what?" It's just a woman, and it just happened to be a Latina woman that I got with. That had nothing to do with anything outside of that, but we all kind of put that little +1 or -1 or +2 or -2 based on the color. And in reality, a lot of the dudes that are on the internet complaining that that woman in the video was reacting to, they're the dudes that the women don't want anyway, but it's like the loudest portion of the group. So it makes it kind of seem like that is what everyone is. But in reality, it's not that. Like a dude that is a high quality dude is a high quality dude in the United States, China, Japan, Thailand, wherever he goes.
Mhm.
A woman in the United States with Western.
What's good? It's your boy Quay Price holding it down for Candid Combos. Man, if you enjoyed this video, man, go check out this next one.